How's it going, everyone? We are back for round number 2 of the Majestic at Blue Ribbon Pines in East Bethel, Minnesota. And we are following myself once again. And yeah, yesterday we shot a 9 under par, left ourselves in 13th place. And we are contesting on the 27-hole track once again. Same layout, same wind about, but the big difference today is the heat. It is going to be a battle versus the elements. Normally too hot is not too bad for me, but man, I believe high today around 95 degrees, felt probably triple digits, and the sweat and man, that just heat was there all day. So I actually was sporting an umbrella today for the sun protection. And well, we'll see if our scorecard can be as hot as the weather outside. So we'll get right into it with hole 1 and see if we can improve on our 9 down from yesterday. Starting once again on hole 1, we are at 9 under for the tournament. And this is a hole that I birdied to start yesterday. We'll see if we can do the same. Pretty similar wind, taking the same disc, and decided to aim a bit more left today with that strong crosswind. And yeah, I got a pretty much identical flight out of the disc, just a bit more left. So we start off with a nice 20-footer. Much easier putt to start the day, and we grab it. 10 under, moving forward. Whoa. A little bit of a shank there on hole number 2. I was trying not to hit that one tree that we hit yesterday, and well, got fortunate enough to get a little bit down the fairway. Clipped some cabbage coming out of there, and I'm going to be short, so about 70 feet. And oh, for another birdie right off the band. Circle 2 putt's feeling a lot better though, so we'll see if we can nail more than 1 this round. There's another adjustment. I actually switched to my method for hole number 3. Just felt a bit more confident hitting the gap, going a bit longer. And then my tactic from a knee left me pretty short. And the circle 2 connects for another birdie. So we're 2 under through 3. We are cruising right now. And yeah, just even a band hit from 70 feet can give you a little bit of momentum, even if it doesn't go in. So now to hole 4, and I hit this tee shot pretty much identical to yesterday, just was able to get through, and the upshot not going to do the trick. I was actually aiming right for that big tree, and well, we decided to hit it. So no damage done there with a par on a pretty tough hole. And yeah, the goal today is to limit the bogey strokes like we talked about yesterday. So hoping to play a little bit cleaner, take my birdies as they come. I mean, there's 27 holes out there, so there'll be plenty of time for birdies. Clean tee shot, and pretty much in a very similar spot to yesterday on this hole. And once again, off the cage from the woods. So we'll take another par, but the pars are good. And we have our first truly bad drive of the round. This was actually super punishing because from there, man, I mean, this upshot was probably the best I had. Not too much room to get to the basket from there. And can't connect from 60, so we will be taking a bogey. Only 1 under for the round now. All of a sudden, things are going slow. And speaking of slow, on 155, miss short. Throw up a prayer, and it's in. What a moment. One of my longest putts ever captured on camera. And yeah, probably the only time that I think the putt was longer than the tee shot. So kind of a unique moment there. But yeah, able to grab the birdie and bounce back from that bogey. So things are trending in the right direction. Now this hole. We were able to get the birdie on here yesterday, and this is the risk that you take going for that kind of aggressive inside line. And left with this for par. But hey, we hit that last one on the big hole, or the big one in the last hole. Can we do it again? And I blocked it a little bit there, but it was right off the center of the band. I really thought I made it. And we give it right back. So, gosh, only 1 under for the round. Through 8 holes. A pretty ideal drive here. got to play this one a bit long to stay away from the water, and we do that perfectly. So we leave ourselves with this 22-foot putt about that. I mean, these are the putts you got to make. And for some reason, yeah, wasn't able to connect there. So we will move on to hole number 10. Decided to go with this Rainmaker flip up again. I thought I hit that one a little bit better than the day before, honestly, but just was not able to get past this clump of trees. Way short and a tough one to give a full bid on. So we go with the half bid and stick it for a par. So still only 1 under. I mean, man, we need to get the birdies rolling, and that's not going to help. We take an OB stroke here, and all OB goes to the drop zone. So that is not ideal. But a little Texas spinner there, high in the chains. Shout out to the RPM basket for doing its job. And we will concede the bogey. So now on to hole 12. Similar wind to yesterday, decided to take the forehand and smartly put it a bit wider, away from the OB, much better shot. Just have to connect from circle 2. And yeah, we had the perfect tailwind putt that I love for circle 2 putting, and unable to connect. So, man, just so close in a lot of these. Honestly, as I watch back, it felt like my game was super off. And I mean, yeah, just watching it, just little things here, little things there, and well, there's a little thing there as well. Going long of the fairway. I could just not figure out this hole. I don't know what it is about it, but it's a very specific landing zone. And that will leave us through 13 holes, 1 over for the round. And I mean, gosh, I'm going to be honest, I was at a pretty dark place. You know, not actually down on myself mentally, but, you know, it was windy, it was hot, kind of every mistake, you know, the heat really makes you not angry, but you definitely just kind of feel it, and it's all over your body. And yeah, being over par on a course like this is not fun, especially knowing you guys are going to be consuming this content later. And hole 14, we're back in the woods, and we have to flip the script, hopefully get us negative here. So taking my P1, one of my most comfortable shots. And sometimes a lucky break is what you need. Still got to hit this 27-footer, and it is centered. So we'll take the birdie there, back to even for the round. And once again, I'm able to execute this forehand shot to perfection. Psych. I don't know what happened. I must have hit the wood and just rolled back. My disc was upside down in the woods over there. So pretty unfortunate break, but luckily I can stick that straddle putt to only lose 1 stroke due to the misfortune. So the course, it gives and it takes. We'll just have to move on. Came up short on this drive, and I told you guys if I landed left side again, I would go forehand. I stuck to my word, and we have this putt from near circle's edge. And we'll see if we can spin this one in and get back to under par. We do it, and sometimes it's the small victories, you know. Being under par is not good, but, you know, you can't just be up in your head and getting more over par. And, well, we're going to see potentially some more over par here. OB again on 17, and for the 2nd straight day, I somehow hit the drop zone putt. That wind is so weird. It almost feels like it's going to knock it down, but my putt was just able to stay up and spin into the chains. So to the BRP driving range hole. We had a pretty tough headwind on this hole, so I took my more stable disc. And unfortunately, I was just like right behind this one hyzer blocker tree. And when I threw that hyzer, the tree just kind of tipped it vertical. Never had a chance to get close to the basket. And oh, I really thought I dropped that one in. But we will have to settle for the par. And now to hole 19. I said yesterday I wasn't going to make the mistake of going OB right, and I did it again. So a quick little jump putt and a tap in. And that is through 19 holes. And we are even par. I mean, gosh, it's honestly like kind of hard to watch. I'm hoping you guys are finding some interest in, you know, the ups and the downs of a touring player. I mean, it is interesting, you know, if you watch Jomez or, you know, the lead card all the time, people just seem to be in their zone and just shredding. And yeah, I mean, it's great to feel that too, but, you know, sometimes you're going to have those tough rounds, and, you know, it's kind of part of the game of golf, you know. Sometimes maybe the best you can do today is a 6 under, and if you are having a bad day, it's really easy to kind of give up and keep going negative. And in disc golf, negative, I guess, is going positive. So we're at even par. We have 8 holes to go, and trying to stay positive and see if we can climb up out of this hole. Because after all, it really is just independent events, and we got another hole in front of us. So 440. I got another disc change here. Went with a more stable cloud breaker. I was having trouble really hitting those higher spike hyzer lines. So I went with a more stable disc on a lower line. And this tree just really made things difficult, but honestly, it might just be what I needed to make a good putt, straddle around the tree, and we have a birdie. So back to this hole. I took a sneaky gap on this one yesterday, and I found a different sneaky gap. Somehow this hole it liked me for some reason. This was a really weird putt. The wind kept switching. It was a headwind for a minute, then it was a complete tailwind. And when I putted it, it was pretty consistent left to right, so no excuses there. I missed on the right side. These baskets really don't catch low right, and a miss on the 21st. So went with my P1 again on hole 22. Not a good shot, but hey, 2 strokes better than yesterday. We take the par and back to 23. I was really happy with this flex line out of my hand. Took the MD5, and we have this putt for another birdie. Yeah, that one stings. Able to avoid the 3-putt there. Man, my putting was honestly even worse than I remember watching this back. So we'll try to stick them close as we head to the 24th. 388, like I mentioned. For some reason, I should have the power for those high spike hyzer lines, but for some reason I'm just so much more confident on a more direct line. So we get that. And speaking of direct lines, into the heart of the chain, circle 2 putt for birdie. And hey, we're at 12 under right now, so we finished strong yesterday. See if we can finish strong again, and this shot really got away from me. Luckily though, still in the circle. See if we can connect for our 3rd straight birdie. It's right side again. I don't actually normally miss like a certain spot of the basket, but today it seems like it was right. Final hole here, the 27th, and for some reason, me and this tactic are dialed on this hole. And at that point, I knew the round was over. Nice tap in for a birdie to get to 13 under for the tournament. So a 4 under round today, I believe unofficially at 999 rated. So much, much, much below the desired outcome. And yeah, it was a grind today. I can't honestly say that the weather and the hot made me play bad. I just didn't have my best stuff today. Even though I hit more circle 2s than yesterday, some of my drives actually felt better. Man, this layout can just be tough with some of the OBs, instantly going to drop zones and stuff like that, and just a little bit off can be 2 strokes really quickly. So I believe we have a modified 18-hole layout tomorrow. I made the cut, which is good, and we're gifted one more opportunity to climb back up the leaderboard and shoot our best round of the tournament. So that's pretty much all I have for now. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more positive vibes and hopefully a much more negative score.